Welcome to Antidote to Anxiety, episode number 7. I met with a client this week who said to me, "Oh my goodness, the car was ready to pick me up to take me to the airport. I was all dressed. I had just finished a call with one of my siblings about what was happening with our mother. I put my hand on the door knob and went into a panic attack." I said, "What happened next?" My client said, "I pulled out my tools. I've been practicing." I said, "Tell me more." And my client said, "Well, the very first thing I did, even though I felt like I couldn't breathe, was tell myself, your body knows how to breathe itself. And then I exhaled as loudly and forcefully as I could, and started breathing in through my nose, noticing the temperature of the air, and out through my nose, noticing the temperature of the air. And then the next thing I did is I said to myself, we've got places to go and things to do. So let's get on the calm bridge. I said, "What do you mean by that?" My client said to me, "Remember all the work we've done about how the body knows how to heal itself? The mind can be mean, and we've gone to that place of inner peace." This client went on to say, "I recently read an article about the fact that our brain can create new pathways." I smiled. I'm so happy they discovered that article. And they went on to share that when we want to create a new dimension in our life by learning a new skill, the brain will create pathways for that. It will teach us how to swing the racket in racquetball, or it will teach us how to move our fingers if we're crocheting or playing the piano. And so my client said, what I did is I said to my brain, let's go to that place where we know there is calm. And they put their hands right here on their chest. And I said, "How long did this last?" And they said, 5 minutes. So I congratulated them, because moving from their anxiety, remember, we all have it, it's just in different levels, to this state of calm after a panic attack is pretty remarkable. So one of the things I didn't do on this video that I often do is I will ask you in this moment, how's your anxiety on a scale of 1 being low and 10 being high? How's your anxiety in this moment? Especially after hearing that story. Now that story is so remarkable because what it does is it uses 3 aspects, puts them all together, so it's synergy. Number 1 was remembering their body. They had been practicing the cleansing breath. This is called the bottom-up approach, where it's the kind of thing we do in yoga, it's the kind of thing we do in Tai Chi, in movement. The body is involved. And my client remembered all the things we've done with the body. Then they went to their mean mind and reminded themselves that there was this place of calm, there was this place of inner peace. Their body knew how to breathe itself. And the third thing my client did that was so remarkable after getting out of the top-down approach, talking to themselves, actually saying some things out loud, which allowed them to breathe, because as you and I both know, we inhale and exhale, and it is on the exhale that we speak. The air goes through the vocal folds coming up and out, and that's what makes the sound for us. So what my client had done is then they went in to that place of awareness. They went into the present moment, and they became more powerful than the panic attack. What did we just talk about? We talked about all the ways that when you are practicing self-care throughout your day, when something comes out of the blue, you've got the tools. You can almost go to automatic pilot like my client did. Remembering the body knows how to breathe itself, they told themselves. Exhaling loudly, breathing in, breathing out with that cleansing breath that we use on practically every single one of these antidotes to anxiety episodes. And then staying in the present moment. Not worrying about the car that was waiting outside. Not thinking about the phone call that had happened earlier, but staying present with themselves. So after they told me this, I said, I would like to know, what do you think was the reason this panic attack occurred? And my client said, I have a pretty good idea. It was probably the conversation I had with my sibling about my mother. So many of us are in that place where our aging parents are requiring a great deal of care, and they don't want it. They don't want to move. They don't want anybody coming in the house. They want things the way they are, and it isn't that way. And as a result, there's lots of resistance and pushback. So my client and I had a really great conversation because I was able to say to my client, well, the root cause of all this dilemma is your mother's choices. You can provide opportunities for her, but really and truly, you need to remember to drive in your own lane. And that reminder allowed her shoulders to simply relax. And I saw her rest even deeper with the support of the chair. So in this moment, hearing this little anecdote, I am curious, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being high and 1 being low, how's your grief in this moment? I hope you'll leave with the awareness that when we are in synergy, using our body, our mind, in the present moment, self-aware, we are more powerful than we ever know. And that's when we can come into that place of well-being within, that inner peace. And as my client said, that place of calm. I'm Georgena Grace, and it would be so helpful to me to have your comments in the space below. Thanks so much for taking time to watch this, because it's a real life story that this stuff works. Take deep care. Bye.